Police files: the elegant thief on British trains during 2008 and 2009. A series of mysterious assaults were recorded aboard high-speed trains departing from King's Cross Station in London to cities like Edinburgh and Manchester. These incidents, which occurred between January and October, followed a strikingly similar pattern. Passengers in first class were heavily drugged, then robbed of their money, jewelry, and valuable electronics. A total of 17 formal complaints were filed, sparking concern among travelers and the British Transport Police alike. The most serious case involved an attempted indirect murder, when one victim fell into a coma due to an overdose of a sedative that had been placed in their drink. Detailed reports were submitted to Scotland Yard from stations in York, Birmingham, Liverpool, Leeds, and Newcastle. The common thread in all the reports was a suspect described as a man in his late 30s, tall, with British Mediterranean features, impeccably dressed, fluent in English but with a slight French accent. His charm and sophistication often disarmed his victims, who felt comfortable in his presence. All the victims confirmed they had been alone in their first-class compartments when the suspect politely asked to join them. His approach was consistent. He smiled, took the seat opposite, and pulled out an elegant leather briefcase from which he retrieved what appeared to be work documents. After a few minutes, he would mutter softly in French, then look up and apologize for his outburst, blaming stress from work. At some point, he would take out a juice bottle and 2 plastic cups, drink from one, and show signs of refreshment. Then, apologizing for his poor manners, he would offer the second cup to the victim. Each time, the victim would drink, only to lose consciousness shortly after. They would awaken at least 2 hours later, alone, with all valuables gone, and the man vanished without a trace. Inspector James Holloway from the Complex Crimes Unit took charge of the case, assisted by a team specializing in behavioral crime analysis. They concluded that a single suspect was behind all the incidents. The descriptions matched, and the same pattern repeated in every case. Furthermore, all the attacks took place on long-distance trains that didn't stop in small towns. There were no reports of similar incidents on shorter routes between London and Reading or Brighton. Toxicology reports confirmed that the drinks contained zolpidem, a sedative that induces deep sleep and can cause cardiac arrest in individuals with chronic conditions. The police devised a meticulous plan to catch the criminal. Undercover female detectives were deployed to pose as lone travelers in first-class compartments. The operation was coordinated with British Rail, which designated specific compartments on trains heading to Edinburgh and Manchester. The agents were strictly instructed not to drink anything offered to them and to avoid showing any signs of suspicion. They were also given a composite sketch of the suspect based on victim testimonies. For 2 weeks, there were no reported incidents. The team feared the suspect had changed his mode of operation. But on a rainy Saturday, Detective Emily Carter was aboard a train from London to Edinburgh when she received an unexpected visitor in her compartment shortly after the train left Peterborough. A tall, well-dressed man entered, carrying a brown leather briefcase. He politely asked to sit down. His appearance matched the sketch Emily had. Though slightly nervous, she maintained her composure. He sat opposite her and began the familiar routine. Pulled out a file, muttered French curses, then apologized, explaining he was a director at an advertising firm stressed by disobedient employees. Moments later, he took out a juice bottle and poured himself a cup, drinking it in one gulp. With a warm smile, he offered Emily the second cup. She smiled, thanked him, and placed the cup on the table, claiming she was on medication that reacted poorly with juices and that she might drink it later. She noticed him growing impatient. He picked up the cup again, attempting to offer it once more, but she gently declined and said, "Maybe I'll feel thirsty by Newcastle." At that moment, Emily sent a coded signal through a hidden wireless device in her handbag. As the man stood to leave the compartment, he was met by 2 plainclothes officers waiting outside. He was brought back in, and a search of his briefcase revealed the suspicious juice bottle and handwritten notes that read, "You'll sleep and I'll disappear. You're next." Emily laughed and told him, "Looks like this time, you were the one who slept on the plan." Thank you so much for watching the video till the end. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything new. Your support is what keeps us going. See you in the next video.